then one evening I was like browsing through Pinterest. I was just like searching for something like interior design ideas. And I was just like saw like this nice representation of various mugs of people who were like traveling to various countries, like how people are collecting various magnets like on the fridge from the places where they have been, and I have seen that people are actually, for example, collecting mugs like that.
Singel har blivit med eget kontor. På Nytorgsgatan 30. Vi flyttade in här för några veckor sedan, mitt i semestern. Så det är inte så mycket som händer här just nu. Men vad är ett kontor utan kaffebar? Det är svårt att föreställa sig. Men det är inte det jag tänkte prata om. Utan jag tänkte prata om det här med vad som händer när man har ett kontor och ingen som kan plocka upp efter en. Det här med disk är ju inte så enkelt på nya kontor. Så när min kollega Daiva kom med den här idén.
Because like I learned that you picked up on the idea, like almost you just told me, hey, now you're responsible for cups. It's like, okay, awesome. Thank you for that. Hi.
Hi. So I wanted to touch base here around this idea you had when we now moved to a new office, and the idea is about I've said this much, the idea, or showed this much. It's about something about coffee mugs in an office.
Yeah.
That's what I've said.
Yeah.
So can you give us more context on what it is, because it's not just that, right?
Yeah, okay, so the idea was like, because once I've learned like, that we're going to move and everything, and I thought like, it would be nice for us to actually have something a little bit like to make our office a bit more cozy, a little bit more home, a little bit more something to represent us, and like, to have something like, where we actually have an idea who we have in our company, and then like maybe have some personality representation or something like that. And I was like thinking, so I think when we started doing before moving, I was like browsing through various ideas, perhaps like some sculptures, maybe some masks, maybe something, and kind of like just left it there. And then one evening I was like browsing through Pinterest. I was just like searching for something like interior design ideas. And I was just like saw like this nice representation of various mugs of people who were like traveling to various countries, like how people are collecting various magnets like on the fridge from the places where they have been, and I have seen that people are actually, for example, collecting mugs like that, like been here, been there, etc., and they are displaying them on the wall. And I thought like, hey, how about we actually have like, personalized mugs for everybody? Like, this is like, Ahmed, this is Daiva, this is Daniel, etc., and have like, a little bit of that representation, and have it like also functional, that you can actually use those cups, not just like, for decoration. So that's where I pitched the idea.
Yeah.
And that's what took off, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, exactly, and I think it's really smart idea, because and I don't think I mean your thought process in this was the uniqueness, the idea of representing yourself, and also it becomes like an installation of something interesting for people to see and wonder who is this, and stuff. When someone new comes to the company, it's a really interesting way to get to know other people. And also a conversation starter maybe when you have this mug. I mean, they will ask you, what is that? What does that mean and stuff like that? Because you haven't seen mine yet, my design.
Exactly.
So you'll see it's I made an interesting conversation starter. So but it's also, I mean, it's also practical when it comes to, because that means that everyone will have their own mug. I mean, that's theirs. They will take care of it. It's not something you just leave because it's yours. It's unique. You don't want people to see that you're just leaving your mug everywhere because you know it's yours.
Exactly. Like, now we can identify who hasn't washed it.
you don't need this science. Your mother doesn't work here because, I mean, you would be ashamed leaving your mug. It's not a white plain mug. So I really like that maybe side effect of this idea.
They we kind of like carry responsibility with the mug,
Yeah, I mean, exactly. So either you're proud or you're ashamed of leaving it everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's like no mold everywhere.
Exactly. So in this case, because you came with this idea, you also got the management of the project to actually get everyone to create a mug. So do you have any update on or your idea around that and any update on how it's going?
Yeah. So at the moment I was thinking, like, I just announced the idea, like, okay, so we're going to have, like, some personalized mugs, etc. But just because it happened before vacation, so everybody was like, sort of half left or like not really in the mindset of thinking about mugs. So I kind of just informed that, like, maybe you can have something like a collaborative session so that we can actually order all of them in one go, and maybe just have something like, some fun like activity in the evening or something like that, just like, to play around a little bit. That would be the idea, but I think that will only now happen in after mid-August, and I absolutely would love to see how it goes. But that's like the idea for now.
Yeah, that's fun. I think that's a fun activity, and it's like team building. So I think it's really fun activity to do, because we have in this case we have created like a web page where you can order your mug, so it will be kind of the same type or the same mug in to start with, and then you personalize it. So in a way it will be really individual designs, but still quite nice to see on the wall, because it will not be different types of mugs. It will be the same but with different designs. It becomes really like a piece of art in the end, seeing everyone's designs.
And it's one of the things that actually what I like, like, that you, like, because like I learned that you picked up on the idea, like, almost you just told me, hey, now you're responsible for cups. It's like, okay, awesome. Thank you for that. But the idea is, well, like, what I liked about it is that it's sort of part of merchandise, but it's not that deep personalized, like, company merchandise, which is like, oh, it just says Singular, that's it. Like, no, it's actually something that more extra, because every person can create like that own design, like, add their own picture, maybe some, I don't know, characters, things, whatever they like, and like, that it actually does represent them, like, to place various kind of, I don't know, mural of whatever kind of thing what they want. And I thought, like, it's actually very nice not to have, like, this very boring, very plain kind of just like, casual like merchandise.
Several days later.
Yes, då har den kommit. Nu är den här, upphängd på väggen. Vår fina kaffekoppsmuggsinstallation som löser många bekymmer här på kontoret. Och med tanke på vad jag gick igenom för att få upp den här på väggen med, jag vet inte, 2-3 vändor till Widströms här på Södermalm, så tycker jag att jag förtjänat att få vara den första att hänga upp min kopp. Nu är ingen här, jag är den enda som har beställt koppen än så länge, så det är lite svårt att utmana mig. Men som sagt, jag tycker att jag har förtjänat att vara den första. Och snart, som Daiva nämnde då, kommer fler att beställa sina koppar och fylla den här fina väggen. Jag har köpt en till, så den kommer också komma upp här. Jag tror att jag får samla min kraft imorgon och hänga upp den också. Sen kanske det är fullt här om det ska se anständigt ut. Men å andra sidan betyder det att vi blir fler. Och blir singlar fler så blir vi alla glada över det. Och vill du vara en del av Singula och få möjlighet att hänga upp din kopp här, ja då är det bara att skriva till någon av oss. På LinkedIn, här på kanalen, hur som helst. Ta kontakt med någon på Singula. Så kanske du får möjlighet att gå ombord och hänga upp din unika kopp på den här väggen. Vi ses snart igen. Prenumerera, likea, kommentera. Ja, gör vad du vill. Vi kommer ändå finnas här och dela med oss av allt fantastiskt som händer på Singula. Ha det bra så länge. Hej!